Hey everyone, and welcome to the YouTube edition of Docking Bay 77. I'm your host, John Williams. If you've been hanging out with us over at the main podcast, you already know we love diving into movies, TV, music, and really all things pop culture. But here on YouTube, we get to take things in a slightly different direction. Shorter, more personal, and, well, maybe a little more fun and casual. Today's episode is all about my top 7 shows and or series, the ones that have stuck with me over the years, shaped my taste, and maybe even inspired this whole journey into podcasting. Some of these might surprise you, some might feel like old favorites, but each one has a story behind it that I can't wait to share. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's count down together. Welcome to Docking Bay 77. Number 7. Firefly. Firefly is a space western series set in the year 2517, following the crew of the cargo ship Serenity as they navigate life on frontier planets after a devastating civil war. The show centers on Captain Malcolm Reynolds, a former rebel soldier who now leads a ragtag group of misfits taking on whatever jobs they can find to survive, often skirting the law and avoiding the oppressive Alliance government. The crew becomes entangled with 2 mysterious passengers, a doctor and his psychic sister, who the Alliance is hunting for her dangerous abilities. Created by Joss Whedon, the series blends elements of westerns, space opera, and character-driven drama, exploring themes of freedom, loyalty, and found family in a morally complex universe. I came to this show late. One of my students shamed me around 10 years ago for not being nerd enough if I hadn't seen it. I'm now a card-carrying member of the Serenity. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they forced me to it. I just didn't want to watch it when it first came out when it was had already been produced, because I knew there was only one season. I was like, well, why would I want to invest my time? Watch it. You'll find out. It's really good. Coming in at number 6. High Potential. High Potential is a police procedural drama starring Caitlin Olsen as Morgan, a single mother and cleaning lady who possesses an exceptionally high IQ and gets recruited to the LAPD to solve complex cases. The show follows Morgan as she uses her unique perspective and intellectual abilities to see patterns and connections that trained detectives miss, while juggling her chaotic personal life, and chaotic it is. Despite her unconventional background and methods, she proves invaluable to the police force, bringing fresh insights to investigations while navigating the bureaucracy and skepticism of law enforcement. The series blends crime-solving with comedy and family dynamics, showcasing how Morgan's extraordinary mind helps her excel in both professional cases and everyday challenges. This is the newest show on my list. It really took me by storm. I love procedurals already, and this quirky character of Morgan really makes this a fun watch. Thanks, Mom, for suggesting it. Number 5, Battlestar Galactica, the 2004 reboot. The modern reboot of Battlestar Galactica, developed by Ronald D. Moore, is often considered one of the best sci-fi reimaginings ever put to screen. What began as a 2-part miniseries in 2003 quickly grew into a full series that ran from 2004 to 2009. The story reimagines the classic 1978 series with a darker, grittier tone. Humanity is nearly wiped out in a surprise nuclear attack by the Cylons, machines created by humans that evolved into sentient beings. The survivors, led by Commander William Adama, aboard the Battlestar Galactica, and President Laura Roslin, are forced to flee across space in search of the legendary planet, Earth. What made this reboot stand out was its balance of space opera spectacle and deeply human storytelling. The show tackled themes of survival, politics, religion, identity, and morality in ways that resonated well beyond science fiction. Complex characters like Kara Starbuck Thrace, Gaius Baltor, and Number 6 brought shades of gray to every conflict, making it more than just humans versus robots. The series earned critical acclaim for its writing, performances, and willingness to ask hard questions about faith, free will, and even what it means to be human. It also paved the way for modern, serialized sci-fi television by proving that genre shows could both be entertaining and profoundly thought-provoking. Really, there's nothing more to say. This is a fabulous show, and the way it handles the themes is considerate and thoughtful. Highly recommend. Number 4, Stargate, SG-1. This is a military science fiction series that follows a secret Air Force team as they explore other worlds through an ancient alien device called a Stargate, which creates wormholes to planets across the galaxy. The show centers on SG-1, a 4-person team led by Colonel Jack O'Neill, archaeologist Dr. Dr. Jackson, astrophysicist Captain Samantha Carter, and the Jaffa warrior Tilk, as they encounter various alien civilizations and threats. The series establishes that ancient aliens called the Goa'uld have been posing as gods throughout human history, enslaving populations across the galaxy. And SG-1 works to liberate those worlds while defending Earth from invasion. Running for 10 seasons, the show blends military action, exploration, mythology, and character development as the team uncovers the secrets of an ancient alien network while forming deep bonds of friendship and loyalty. I'm in a rewatch currently, and it still stands up. I keep hearing about a reboot of the series, and I hope that it isn't a straight reboot, but it just kind of picks up and moves the story forward. I'm very excited about it. Really like Stargate a lot. Coming in at number 3, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a workplace comedy set in a fictional Brooklyn police precinct following the adventures of Detective Jake Peralta and his diverse group of colleagues as they solve crimes while navigating office dynamics. The show centers on Jake's relationship with his by-the-book captain, Raymond Holt, rest in peace, along with his romantic interest in Detective Amy Santiago, and his friendships with fellow detectives like tough Rosa Diaz and gentle giant Charles Boyle, although he's short. The series balances police procedural elements with character-driven humor, featuring everything from Halloween heist competitions to undercover operations, while addressing serious topics like police reform and workplace issues. Created by Michael Schur and Dan Gore, the show ran for 8 seasons and became beloved for its witty writing, strong ensemble cast, and its portrayal of a supportive, progressive workplace environment within a police setting. Nine-Nine, Andy Samberg is funny as hell in this, and I cannot wait for you to go experience it. Number 2, Lost in Space. This is Netflix's Lost in Space. It is a modern reimagining of the 1960s series following the Robinson family as they become stranded on an alien planet while traveling to a new colony in the Alpha Centauri star system. The show centers on the family's struggle for survival in a hostile environment led by parents John and Maureen Robinson as they protect their 3 children, Judy, Penny, and Will, while dealing with the manipulative Dr. Smith and their enigmatic robot companion. The series blends family drama with science fiction, adventure, focusing on themes of resilience, family bonds, and moral choices. As the Robinsons face both environmental dangers and human threats. Running for 3 seasons from 2018 to 2021, the show featured high production values and updated special effects while maintaining the core spirit of a family working together against overwhelming odds in the depths of space. I have never hated an antagonist more than Dr. Smith. Posey Parker's portrayal is masterful. I love hating her character so much. It was a dark day when we lost our Netflix access because this show is just so bingeable. I'd watch it right now and go home and do it. I have one honorable mention. It's The Band of Brothers. It is a World War II HBO miniseries that follows Easy Company, a paratrooper unit of the 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, from their training in Georgia through major battles in Europe, including D-Day, Operation Market Garden, and the Battle of the Bulge. The 10-episode series chronicles the real experiences of these soldiers as they form unbreakable bonds while enduring the horrors of war, jumping into Normandy on D-Day to liberating concentration camps in Germany. Based on historian Stephen Ambrose's nonfiction book, the show focuses on the camaraderie, leadership, and sacrifice of ordinary men thrust into extraordinary circumstances, with particular attention to figures like Major Richard Winters and the soldiers under his command. Produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, the 2001 miniseries is renowned for its realistic portrayal of combat, meticulous historical accuracy, and powerful depiction of how these men supported each other through some of the most brutal fighting of World War II. Go listen to episodes 173 and 174 of the main podcast, where we break down all 10 episodes. And coming in at number 1, and anybody who knows me, this should be no surprise, it's The Office. It's a mockumentary-style sitcom set at the Scranton branch of the fictional Dunder Mifflin Paper Company, following the daily lives of office workers under the misguided leadership of regional manager Michael Scott. The show chronicles the romantic relationship between salesman Jim Halpert and receptionist Pam Beasley, along with Jim's elaborate pranks on his deskmate Dwight Schrute. While exploring the quirky personalities of their co-workers in a mundane corporate environment, the series captures the awkward humor of workplace dynamics, from Michael's cringe-worthy attempts at comedy and leadership to the small triumphs and disappointments of ordinary office life. Running for 9 seasons from 2005 to 2013, this American adaptation of the British series became a cultural phenomenon, blending heartfelt moments with uncomfortable comedy while ultimately celebrating the relationships people form even in the most unremarkable circumstances. This cringeworthy show is so perfect. I have watched it so many times and recently finished the Superfan episodes. An all-time favorite for me. When I have nothing else to watch, I just flip on that show. It's easy. It's so easy. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Docking Bay 77 YouTube edition. I really appreciate you spending some time with me this week as we geek out over our favorite shows and stories. Before we wrap up, remember what we like to say here at Docking Bay 77. Physical media is better than streaming, and yes, I know, the irony isn't lost on me since you're catching this on a streaming platform, but hey, that just proves the point that if you really love something, own it, because you never know when it might disappear online. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and give us your top shows and series. And head on over and join our Patreon, give our main podcast a listen on your favorite service, and stick around for more pop culture deep dives. Until next time, keep those shelves stocked and those discs spinning. I'm John Williams, and we'll see you next time.